Hi guys, welcome back to Duo Universe. In this sixth episode of Voxels Fall. So this is Jeronimo, and today I'm going to introduce you the offset voxels, and we are going to make step by step a dense grid like so. So it might not appear complex, but if you try by yourself with what you already know, you will see that it's a bit tricky. So we're going to make first a basic one out of normal voxels, a grid like so. So it's very simple. Pinch in middle of one voxel. You can pinch 2 times. Extract the microvoxel and make a grid by first putting the corners and then filling in between the corners, like so. Right, like this. I can make a very basic grid, window, whatever. But we are quite far from the result behind, and you would naturally tell me, but why don't I just copy paste like this? But it's not that simple. The physics makes that by doing that we are filling all the gaps in between the voxels, so we're ending up with a completely solid block. So here, what do we need to do? And we have to understand, if we want to double the density of this grid, the only way is to offset the physical center. So we want to push this grid out 1 voxel. So we can later on rotate it, so have 1 grid offsetted on this voxel here, and 1 grid rotated, offsetted on this voxel here, so they can mix together and create a densified grid. But this, and when you try to select it, you will have an empty selection because the physical voxels are on both sides of this grid, but they are pushed toward 1 center. So that's what we are going to reproduce today using our little library. And I have selected 2 voxels because we're going to need to make 2 different checkerboards. So I'll start with the big one, and I'll show you why I choose this one, because it matches the shape I'm going to make with the pinch tool. So you can see it's the same height while it's touching the boundaries of the central voxel. So I'm going to make a checkerboard. So you all understood why we are taking the big one, because the big one will push the voxel out after we redo exact same pattern. It's offset checkerboard, so be very precise because it's more sensitive than any others. Okay, so I'll pinch twice. I have my first part, and the second part was this one. But with this one, I cannot make checkerboard out of this one, as I mentioned in previous episodes. So I will need to make a reactor out of it and make a checkerboard out of this extracted microvoxel, and then I will need to print back on the thin slab. Alright, another pinch. Two times. We're taking the print, so taking the voxel and putting inside. Okay, so what I want is this one that I'm going to copy on top of this one. Alright, and then I pass the voxel in between here. You have to push the voxel inside, so not here but another inside, so it's behind here. See where it is? It's here. And you got your offset voxel, but it's a bit annoying to select, so you will have to select. No, I want. Yeah, so it is on this axis, because here is the checkerboard physical center, and here's the other one, and here I go with my offsetted voxel. So once you have passed it in on the side, well, you cannot select it like that. Two ways. You select the center, you press Ctrl, and your mouse will, and you can enlarge this. So you just need to enlarge once, and then you can copy it. Or if you already remember where is its central physical voxel, which is here, where is the blue volume, you need to create a voxel that will not affect it, so which is on the same size as the physical voxel, but far enough so it doesn't affect the red voxel. If I put a voxel here, for example, you'll see it's getting stretched, but we don't want. And if I put it here, it will replace the material. Here is all fine, and here as well. But since we want to be able to select it, so we just know where its center is. Center is in between the wood one and the red one. So we can here redo what we just did. We can redo a grid. Separate by one empty voxel, and then fill in. Alright. Now you rotate it on the floor. And you repeat the pattern. So you, no. Did that right? see much. Let me clean this a little bit. You just need to keep one. All right. Okay, much better. And here you go, where you densify grid, you multiply, if you want to just make bars like that, well, you don't need to connect all the corners, of course. You have to space it one voxel. Then you rotate, and you pass in the middle. Right. Right, so like that, you can get something quite dense to play with, to make your catwalks, windows frames, little structures, jail bars, whatever, walls, panels. You can still use the beam structure we had, that you suspend a catwalk from those two cables. This is already a lot of information today how to proceed and make the offset voxels. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and next time we're going to make, which is actually more simple than that, but this was a very good starting example for the offset voxels. We're going to make those slanted sun shades, sun shutters type of panels, which are actually more faster and more easy to make than those. Right, so till then guys, fly safe.